Political outcomes of democracy. In this module, you will evaluate the political outcomes of democracy. Have you ever wondered why democracy is preferable to other forms of government? Wondering why everyone goes gaga over democracy in spite of its problems and confusions? Democracy is considered to be better than monarchy or dictatorship because it upholds equality among citizens, promotes the dignity of individuals, improves the quality of decision-making, offers a legitimate method to resolve conflicts, and gives scope for correcting mistakes. There is an overwhelming support for democracy across the world today. Why is that so? Because it gives power to the people. But does that make democracy capable of solving all political, economic, and social problems of the masses? While democracy is seen to be good in principle, it is not seen to be good in practice. The unmet expectations from democracy often lead us to question the idea of democracy and blame it for all the problems. We must understand that democracy can only create the conditions necessary for solving the problems of the citizens. Citizens of a democracy are expected to take advantage of these conditions in order to solve their problems. Democracy promises certain political, economic, and social outcomes that aid in solving the problems of the people. What political outcomes can we expect from democracy? Let us find out. The most basic political outcome of democracy is that it produces a government which is accountable to its citizens. It does so through a process of free, fair, and regular elections. Democracy ensures that people have the right to choose. The second political outcome of democracy is a responsive government. This attribute may often cause it to become less efficient. But democracy is based on the idea of open public debate, deliberation, and negotiation. It may take more time to follow procedures before arriving at a decision, but it is acceptable to all, and so in the end, it's more effective than a dictatorship where decisions are imposed on the masses without hearing them out and which may lead to resistance later on. The third political outcome of democracy is a legitimate government. Democracy makes sure that the decisions taken are based on the norms and procedures which take due consideration of the voice of the people. In democracy, citizens have the right and the means to examine the process of decision-making. This level of transparency sets it apart from the non-democratic governments and is the reason for an overwhelming support towards democracy, which dictatorship does not enjoy. Thus, the political outcomes of democracy can be measured on the basis of regular, free, and fair elections, open public debate, and citizens' right to information about government and its work. Democracies around the world do not always have a perfect record on each of these counts. While democracies may hold free and regular elections, not everyone gets a fair chance, and not every decision is subjected to public debate. Democratic governments do not have a flawless record in sharing information with the citizens. They are not always attentive to the needs of the people and ignore the demands of the majority. We also get to hear stories of corruption in democracies which prove that they are not free of this vice. All we can say is it's not perfect, but it is better than dictatorships in all these aspects. Moreover, there is no evidence to show that non-democracies are better than democracy. Let's recap. Democracy is better than other forms of government because it upholds equality among citizens, promotes the dignity of individuals, improves the quality of decision-making, offers a legitimate method to resolve conflicts, and gives scope for correcting mistakes. Democracy can only create the conditions necessary for solving the problems of the citizens. Citizens are expected to take advantage of those conditions. The political outcomes of democracy are an accountable, responsive, and legitimate government by, for, and of the people. The political outcomes of democracy can be measured on the basis of regular, free and fair elections, open public debate, and citizens' right to information about government and its work. Democracies around the world do not have a perfect record on every political outcome.